from the bottom. Ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
Hey, people, what's going down? It is your boy, it's Marley Bets, and this is Brothas N Bets MLB show. And of course, when I'm talking MLB, I got the homie, Mr. Moose Money. What's good, Moose?
I'm doing all right. Could have been better from yesterday. That 3-run bomb by the 9-hole in the Astros game was devastating. I mean, just as soon as you saw it, you just kind of knew. So, but looking to get back on track. Like I said yesterday, you can't get better unless you fail. And yesterday, I added to the failure, but I'm getting better today. Let's get at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. LJ from Houston. Yes, sir. What's good, my brother? Coach. That wasn't for you. That's for Coach. Yeah.
Chilling, man. Trying to get some money. Gonna head out to this Astros game and watch Verlander throw these aces tonight. So let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's gonna be dope, man. Good little in-game experience at Minute Maid.
I'm trying to get some footage. Put it on the chat tonight.
Yeah, man. Get to see the ace, Mr. Verlander himself. Nice.
Coming off
like Moose was saying. Yeah, my bad. Like Moose was saying, wasn't a great day yesterday for us. Myself is included in that. LJ, you did all right though. You went 2-1 yesterday. As far as your show plays go. Boston money line, and I forgot who your other money line played. BlueJays. Was it BlueJays? BlueJays.
Yeah.
And their only loss was the Astros. Me, myself, I was on the Astros, just fucked up my parlay. Had a Blue Jays money line parlay with the Astros, and I took the under with the Astros. Obviously, that was done in the second inning, I believe. They hit those 4 runs. Both guys, both teams. And then, but I hit the Red Sox money line. My man Moose was on the Astros trifecta. Just a rough day for the Astros because we were all on the Astros for the most part.
That's how it happens.
Yep. But we wouldn't be who we are if we weren't right back at it and right back in the game today, because that's just what we fucking do, regardless, win or loss. Right back at it the next day. So let's jump into it really quick. I'm gonna start with this game right here, guys. Bam. Let's start with the Yankees and the Twinzos. So we got the Yankees going to Minnesota. The running line for the Yankees -1.5 is +100 at -161 for the money line. The Twins run line +1.5 -120 is and the money line is at +151. The total for the game, it's at 80.5. On the mound today, we have Jameson Talion. 6-1 overall record with a 2.30 ERA. On the Twins today, we got Cole Sands. He's 0-1 with a 7.88 ERA. A couple little actual factuals real quick for the Yankees. They're 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games. 11-1 straight up in the last 12 games against Minnesota. 13-5 straight up in the last 18 games on the road. 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games against an opponent from the AL, and their totals has gone over in 6 of the last 7 when playing in Minnesota, but under in 6 of their last 9 games. Twinsies, they're 2-4 straight up in their last 6, 13-7 straight up in their last 20 games at home. Their totals, 6-3 straight up in the last 9 games against an opponent from the American League East Division. Their totals have gone over in 7 of the last 10 against an opponent from the AL, over in 6 of the last 7 games when playing at home against those same Yankees, over in 6 of the last 7 games against the Yankees, period, and over in 8 of their last 11 games. Moose, do you have a play on this game?
I do. I just kind of made it. I was looking at this game really long and hard, and I know the numbers for Sands kind of suggest that it's an easy spot for the Yankees. And
right.
although I did make a play on the Yankees, there are some things that you have to consider given that it's a younger prospect. His expected batting average is 215, but his expected slugging is 466. We went over this yesterday with Blake Snell, and a lot of this is because you see a guy that might not be able to control the ball the way that they're supposed to. They'll leave some pitches out over the middle of the plate. So I do think that's happening here with Sands. He's a younger prospect for the Twins organization. He's got a 7.88 ERA right now, which is one of those things you look at as a bettor and you go automatic bet. But his expected ERA is 3.86. So there is some positive regression going to be coming for Sands. But Tyon on the other side is very good. I mean, he's pitched really well this year, and I do like backing him and the Yankees when I have the opportunity to do so, and that's what I did. I took it full game. I didn't want to do first 5 because it really is that Sands could have a decent enough performance that if I saw a 2-2 game, 1-1 game or something like that, or like a 3-3 game, I wouldn't be shocked because I think Sands can keep the Twins in it. But I think given Tyon and the Yankees bullpen together, that's just better than the Twins with Sands in their bullpen. So I took the full game money line and run line, so kind of like a hybrid -1. But that's kind of what I was looking at. That's the move I ended up making.
Okay, what was that? The -1?
So it's a hybrid -1, but I took money line and the run line.
Oh, gotcha. Money line and run line.
Yeah.
It's the LJ from Houston.
No, man, I don't have a play on this game. Me and the Yankees have a love-hate relationship. So they have been winning and giving me money. So I don't want them to take my money. They have won 11 of the last 12 games against Minnesota, including playoffs. That's a nice streak that I usually will jump on. But this will be the night that they'll fuck that streak up.
Yeah.
So I hope not. I hope not, though.
I hope y'all cash. Like I said, I hope y'all cash. I'm not mad if you take it. That's plus money on the run line. Yeah. I'm not mad at all at a plus money with the Yankees on the run line. I'm just going to fall back and enjoy the money that I have won with them in the last couple of games.
I completely understand. Completely understand, sir. But yeah, we're not going to put that energy in the air. They're going to win tonight. I don't care if they win early, but we're going to say that they're going to win, regardless of what happens. That's what we're going to do. I'm with Moose here. I like the Yankees. I took a flyer on them. As I say, they're 8-2. In the last 10, they're 259 batting average, 1.62 ERA, outscoring opponents by 34 runs over these last 10. Judge is 12 for 38 with 4 homers in his last 10. They're just playing great baseball right now. They're 16-8 on the road, and on the road they have a 2.74 ERA, and we're backing one of their aces right now in Talion. I'm butchering his name. Excuse me.
Oh, Tyon.
Tyon.
Yeah, it's a fancy French name, I think.
Yeah. Tyon.
There you go, right there. That's how it needs to be.
From here on out. Dutch, man. I got to get you on it. Dutch, I have to get you on the show, though. I have to get you on the show, Dutch. Yeah, so I'm backing the Yankees. Team total over 4.5. Galactic High says. I just did the full game. I'm going to parlay it with another one of the games we're going to talk about later on here. But I did take it as a straight bet off to the side. I was going to do the first 5 and just only go with my pitcher. But the Yankees have been money over the last couple weeks. So just gonna ride that thing on out.
And they're 15-4 against the Central. The Twins are in the Central Division. So I'm not mad at that play at all. But I may jump on them. You know, first game of the series. I may jump on them maybe tomorrow.
As they say, LJ, meet me at the window. Because I'm already there, my brother. I am already there.
I got no place tonight, though. I got a lot of action, so let's get it.
Okay, well, I hope you got one on this next one we're about to do. Oh, wait. Wrong game. I selected the wrong game. Why didn't I put this game on here again, though? We need to talk about that in open mic because I'm definitely going to make a play on that game. Let's do this game. Let's do the Phillies and Brewers. Phillies right now, they're going on the road to take on the Brewers. The run line for the Phillies plus 1.5 is at minus 205. The money line is at minus 101. The Brewers run line minus 1.5 is at plus 172. And their money line is at minus 109. I have a total of 8.5. Let me read off a couple of these actual factuals before I toss it to Mr. LJ. The Phillies are 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games, but 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games against Milwaukee. 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games against an opponent in the National League. 6-3 straight up in their last 9 games against an opponent in the National League Central Division. Their totals have gone over in 5 of the last 7 games when playing on the road in Milwaukee, over in 10 of the last 11 games on the road, and over in 5 of their last 5 games. The Brewers, they are 1-5 straight up in their last 6 games. 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games against an NL opponent. 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games against an opponent from the National League East. Their totals have gone over in 4 of their last 5 home games. 5 of the last 7 when playing at home against Philly, and 7 of the last 10 games on the mound, because I did not say that. On the mound today, we got Suarez, Ranger, that is, 4-3 overall record with a 4.69 ERA. And on the Brewers, we have Jason Alexander. His ERA is 2.57. He's 0-0 as a starter. LJ, Philly and Milwaukee, what you got?
This is strictly a statistical play. I don't know nothing about these pitchers. I'm going to leave that up to Moose with his intelligence and his very articulate breakdowns of these matchups. But I'm going to take the over 8.5 because the Phillies are hitting 70% to the over as a road underdog, and the Brewers are hitting 70% to the over after a loss. So I'm just going to take that little stat right there and just ride that over 8.5. So I'll pass it to you, Moose, sir.
I was leaning to the under. I don't think I'm going to get there. I do not want to back Ranger Suarez. The thing that would lead me to the under would be the Brewers versus lefties, which they're just bad. They're just bad against lefties, although they have been better recently over the last 2.5 weeks or so. But it's still a team that does not hit lefties well at all. But Ranger Suarez is not throwing really well this year. He has pitched better on the road, a 4 ERA on the road versus a 5-point-something ERA at home. But his expected ERA is lower. His expected batting average is lower. And these are a comparison to other pitchers across the league. These are all lower percentile ranks for Ranger Suarez. So it's tough to back an under when a pitcher has bad metrics, but it's something I've said in the past. A bad lineup can make a bad pitcher look good. So it led me to the under. Jason Alexander, a.k.a. George Costanza, is somebody that I think is going to be decent in this league, but it's really tough to hang your hat on Jason Alexander, George Costanza this early on against the Phillies lineup that is looking better. That firing of Joe Girardi might have been one of the better moves. And as a guy that did take a flyer on the Phillies win total over, I did like the move. I didn't really think Joe Girardi was a good fit there. I didn't think he was a great person to have in that organization. And hopefully I think things can change for the positive for them. But I lean the under. I'm probably not going to play it, but I would definitely be more to the under than I would be the over.
Man, completely opposite.
I feel the same way you do, LJ. Everything you're feeling right now, LJ, I feel the same way because I am so on this over that
Man, he completely shut out. Man.
Yeah, because it's crazy because Moose is our resident baseball guy, and I'm a bit
he
nervous
knows these
now.
pitchers. You know, I don't know nothing about these pitchers. I don't, like I said, I'm going straight stat.
Well, I know Suarez. Suarez is usually a pretty decent pitcher, but like Moose said, he hasn't been pitching.
Not this year. I mean, last year when he came out, he was pretty good. He was able to fool the league a lot. He's not going to be a guy that just blows it by you from time to time. He's going to be a guy that needs to hit his spots, as most major league pitchers do. There's very few major leaguers, and the most that are the guy that can just throw it by you, they're in the bullpen. Most of them are not going to be in the starting rotation just because your arm will be more likely to blow out as a starter than it would be as a reliever. So if he's not hitting his spots and other teams are able to zone approach him, meaning they're looking for specific pitches in certain spots, Milwaukee is more prone to the home run. It's very similar to how Philadelphia plays, but and neither pitcher really has a bad launch angle, so you wouldn't expect the home run to really be a huge factor tonight, but it always can be. So that's more to your over, the ballpark especially. But I just like Jason Alexander a little bit, and I do not like Ranger Suarez as much, but I know the Brewers do not hit lefties all that well.
Right. And I'm with LJ as far as Jason Alexander goes. I don't know a lot about him at all. But when I went back and I looked at the Phillies and Rangers totals, I looked at like all of the Phillies' last 5 have went over. Granted, 3 of those 5 were against the Angels, and we all know how they're playing right now. But their last 5, every single game has went over, and 3 out of the Brewers' last 5 have went over, as well as 7 of Milwaukee's last 10 have went over. 4 out of the last 5 home games have went over. 5 of the last 7 against the Phillies have went over. So everything was pointing toward the over, but you being on the leaning, not necessarily being. You didn't get there, so I feel good about that. You didn't get there. So LJ, we still got a damn chance.
Okay,
we still okay. We're all right. We're all right.
Yeah.
So I went over though 8.5. A little more worried about it than I was 30 minutes ago. I'll tell you that. but I still feel good. All the trends. I don't think it's a bad play. All the trends, all the numbers tell me over. We'll see. Obviously, we'll see the results here in a couple hours. As we proceed, we're going to talk about Moose's Padres. They're taking on the Mets today. There we go. Turn the head around. There we go. Mets are taking on the Padres today in San Diego. The run line for the Mets plus 1.5 is at minus 180. The money line is at plus 115. The Padres run line minus 1.5 is at plus 160. The money line for the Padres is at minus 125, while the total is at 2.5. On the mound today for the Padres, we got Mr. Darvish. He's 4-3 with a 4.03 ERA. And for the Mets, we got Walker, Taijuan, 3-1 with a 2.88 ERA. A couple extra factuals for the Mets really quick. They're 9-2 straight up in the last 11, 5-1 straight up in the last 6 against the Padres, 8-2 straight up in the last 10 against the opponent from the NL. Their totals have gone over in 10 of the last 15 games when playing on the road in San Diego, and over in 10 of their last 14 games. The Padres, they're 8-4 straight up in the last 12 games against an opponent from the NL East Division, and their totals have gone over in 10 of the last 15 games when playing against the Mets, under in 5 of the last 7 games at home, but over in 4 of their last 5. Mr. Padre yourself, take it away, sir.
All right. Before I start, I'm not sure if anybody that's in the chat was watching yesterday, but I don't think I'm ever going to give a breakdown as accurately as I gave yesterday. I said almost verbatim, and I had to go back and check, that you'll know how the game's going to go by the top of the first inning. And boy, was that correct. You knew right away that Snell did not have it, and you saw him basically walk the bases loaded, and then from there it was game over. So having said that, I don't really know what direction to go here in this game. Both Walker and Darvish have poor success facing the hitters that they're facing, but I think both are really good pitchers. San Diego as a ballpark has played more towards the under, But if there was any play I'm making here, it's an over or it's some kind of team total over. I am a huge believer in Darvish. I really think he could become the Cy Young version that we've seen in the past, especially very recently, just as recent as the beginning of last year. But it is tough to just kind of forget how the Mets hit right-handed pitchers. It is really tough to get past that. So I didn't really want to back Darvish today, and I'm definitely not going to want to support any kind of line where I have to rely on the bullpen for the Padres. So I think this could be a Mets spot, but the Padres have had success against Walker as a lineup, and Voit and Cronenworth, two guys in the top of their lineup, are starting to hit a little bit. And if they're starting to hit, this lineup starts getting extended, and it becomes a more potent offense. And it's an offense that you can kind of see some real good promise in. But I'm off this game, looked at an over kind of briefly, but given my love and desire to back a Darvish, I didn't get there.
Okay, all right. LJ.
Yes. Mets team total over 3.5 minus 115. Plain and simple. Averaging 8 runs in their last 3 games, averaging 7 runs in their last 9 games. So until those bats cool off, I'm going to continue to ride them. So put me down for that team total over 3.5. I don't care if they lose or win.
LJ. Okay. Team total. What was it at?
3.5.
3.5.
Yes, sir.
Oos, if you had to tell me who has the edge in pitching, are you going to tell me Walker or would you tell me Darvish?
Padres have the edge with the starters. Mets would have the edge with the bullpen. I would take Darvish over Walker any day of the week, and I would take the Mets bullpen over our bullpen any day of the week.
Gotcha. I would lean Mets. I wanted to take the Mets. I wanted to back Walker. But Darvish,
and Darvish at home. Darvish at home is like a 1.8 ERA or something.
And when he's at home, and he's always capable of giving you, like you said, one of those Cy Young performances that from back in the day. And he's not playing bad. He's not pitching bad. He's just not pitching what we're accustomed to seeing him pitch. So that kind of took me off of the side. I wanted to lean over 7.5. We got a low number. The Mets bats have been producing like crazy. They're averaging 267 right now. Man, and slugging at 412.
Yeah, I almost got there. I was really close, but I couldn't count on the Padres to sustain the offense that I've seen. And I couldn't count on, even though I really do believe in what the Mets have offensively, I just couldn't believe that they were going to make a huge impact on the Padres, on Darvish. I just didn't think it was going to be a huge impact on the run line or the scoreboard in terms of their runs. It could be one of those games where a first inning scoreless, you go play the over then. It could be one of those situations as well.
Yep. I'm going to get there. I'm going to take it. I like the 7.5. Like you said, if Hugh doesn't get there, I like the Mets to touch up the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Their bats have been hot. I'm going to take the over 7.5. Put me down on it. I wanted to back Walker, but Hugh scares me just because like you said, he's at home. And he's capable of having one of those performances. His bats are fucking hot right now. Ow. Give me 1 second. I gotta put these.
Mets are a good team too, man. I mean,
yeah, they are.
They're real good. So
yeah,
those New York people are hoping for a New York World Series this year.
Yeah, and they invade Petco too. Like the Mets fans they come out of every nook and cranny to fill up Petco Park, and they show up.
Really?
I would be on the Mets here, probably like just a full game, but Walker, I do think he's going to be a better pitcher eventually, but some of the stuff you see in his stats, you're not exactly stoked on. Like his expected ERA is 4.39, expected batting average is 281. Those aren't exactly things that you instill confidence in you if you're trying to back a Met right there.
Debbie, my guy.
What's
going on, Mr. Cab?
Yes.
Nothing. Sorry, guys. I had to throw some food down. And Jose's show went for like over an hour.
I mean, Jose Strong is fucking cool. Shout out to Jose. That dude does hours on hours.
16 games in a day, bro. Come on.
Every fucking game. Yeah,
It's a lot.
It's definitely too much for me.
It's too much for me when I guessed.
I mean, sometimes. But see, the thing I was just about to say that. But the thing with that is, it's only one day a week. Like we have a bunch of games, but it's only on Saturday or Sunday. If we're talking college or if we're talking NFL. It's not every day. There's 10, 15. Jose is breaking down 10, 15 games. Like
exactly,
daily.
bro.
Yeah.
You have the whole week usually with football to get into it.
That's what I'm saying.
And now that I'm on your show, I know I can. I mean, I'm sure I could on his, but I just try not to. Over an hour, I'm like, bro.
I respect that. I try to get to an hour, man. It's like after an hour, it's like, all right, we can do like 6 games, 5 games. We don't need to.
Bro, the nightcap. I love the show. I love what we do.
But we're not. See, the thing about the nightcap, it's not structured to where it's just like we're straight doing these games. Like we're on there, we're chilling, we're drinking, we're talking, we're throwing out plays. It's like the vibes are like completely.
It's a blast.
Like, right. Fucking Jose show is fucking work. That is fucking work, bro. That is work. Like, that's work. So we don't have a lot of games left, but if you have plays on the games that we did break down already.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that I do. I have a play on a game that you might have covered or might not. I got the Astros.
Hold on, let me tell you what we're gonna cover that. We haven't done it yet. We're gonna do that. We've done Phillies Brewers. We've done Mets, Padres, obviously, and we've done. Is that it? Are those the only 2 games we've done, guys?
Yankees
Twins. There we go.
Nope, nothing. Sorry, I got nothing in those. I got the Cubs in the first 5. That game's already started. I got the Cardinals in the first 5, and the Cardinals team total. That game should have already started also.
I think it did.
So,
all right, so it's cool. We got 2 games left. So
then I got Houston. Yeah. So at least we got one.
Houston is one of those games, but we're gonna.
There we go.
So, next game we got on the docket is we got those Dodgers. They're going on the road to take on the White Sox, and the run line for the Dodgers is at -1.5. Obviously, -1.5 plus 130. Money line. -124. Wow, I guess we're getting away from those 320s and 350 money lines now. A couple losses to do that. White Sox run line
is what's doing that.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, Kopech, yeah, White Sox pitcher, of course.
Yeah.
White Sox plus 1.5, -150. The money line is at plus 114. The total is at 8.5. And on the mound, let me get to the actual factuals really quick, fast, and in a hurry. So on the mound, we got Mitch White for the Dodgers, 0-1 with an ERA of 4.79. Michael Kopech for the White Sox, 1-2 as a starter with his ERA 2.20. It's 2.220. 2.20, excuse me. Couple trends for the Dodgers. 2-5 straight up in the last 7 games. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games against the White Sox. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games on the road. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games against an opponent from the AL. Their totals have gone under in 5 of the last 7 games against an opponent from the AL Central Division. Over in 4 of the last 5 games when playing on the road in Chicago. White Sox actual factuals. They're 3-6 straight up in their last 9, but 8-1 straight up in the last 9 against an opponent from the NL. 3-10 straight up in their last 13 games against an opponent from the NL West division. Their totals have gone over in 4 of the last 5 when playing at home against the Dodgers. Over in 10 of the last 15 games when playing the Dodgers, and over in 6 of their last 7 games. Mr. LJ from the H. You got anything on this one?
No, sir. I just can't. Kopech's good, and I saw him against the Yankees, and he was throwing heat. So I'm not gonna go in front of that, man. Even though it is the Dodgers, they're good. Road favorites. They're hitting to the run line, which is number 1 in the league. But I'm just gonna stay off the game just because of the White Sox pitcher. So I have no play.
You don't want to back the Sox. Sounds like you're confident in.
I don't know enough about their offense. So I'm just gonna stay away.
Gotcha.
I think that's a good choice.
What you got, Moose?
I was trying to get on the White Sox, but Kopech recently has not been as good. I mean, you look at some of his recent outings, starting from the 9th of this last month versus the Guardians. Oh shit! Don't do that. Stop! Don't get away. You start with the game against the Guardians. He went 6 innings, 2 hits, gave up a run, and then from that point on, he gave up 3 runs, 0, 4. I'm sorry, 5, and that was it. So it's not exactly a guy that has just been shoving every single game. So, and especially recently, his last game, he did not look good. You kind of expect him to have a bounce back, but I don't really want to bank on it when it's the Dodgers lineup that they can hit great pitching. It's just a matter of are they, and that has not been a given. I am not going to try to back Mitch White. He just kind of seems like a filler until they get some of their guys back and healthy. So I really couldn't make a move on the White Sox trying to go against the Dodgers. If I'm going against the Dodgers, I'm going to want somebody that's been a little bit more consistent than Kopech.
Okay. All right. Dabby?
I agree with that, man. As a matter of fact, the play, I don't have anything on this, but the play that interests me the most out of all of it would actually be the Dodgers team total over at 4.5 runs, man. Usually you're going to get a 5.5 with them. LJ said it right when he said that, Kopech, you might not want to go against him, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. If I was going to go with something, it'd probably be the Dodgers team total over here, but I got nothing in it also.
Okay. All right. Moose. What do you rate the White Sox bullpen at?
I mean, you can look at their rankings. They got a 4.19 ERA. They've got a 1.39 WHIP.
Big out.
So they should be a lot better. They got arms, but some of their arms have been either unproductive or they've been.
They don't hit righties.
What's that?
They don't hit righties, right?
And the lineup doesn't hit righties nearly as well as they hit lefties, and they've really started hitting lefties a lot better recently because it looked like they were kind of struggling a bit. Then they started picking it up, but it looks like they're struggling again versus lefties. They came out the gates the other day and had 2 quick runs, but then couldn't put up any more on the board. So, but in terms of just the bullpen assessment, the Dodgers bullpen isn't even as good as it was supposed to be, and they were supposed to be as shut down can get. But I'm pretty sure Trinan's on the mend. Kimbrel has been an absolute bust. So you just kind of look at these 2 bullpens and go, what could have been?
Okay. So I asked that because I was leaning over for the full game.
I don't hate it.
It's plus money right now at 8.5.
Moose, do you like the full game over or the Dodgers team total over better? I like them both. I don't hate either. I'm not playing either. I'm just asking, like, for him.
You said it, man. Like the White Sox versus righties. So if I can take that out of the equation, I said it already. Kopech has not looked as good recently. Kopech has walked guys too recently. Like that's been
so many walks, man. Hold on, let me pull these notes up. I'm sorry, I gave you guys a bullshit cap since I didn't fucking make a play. Hold on, I'm sorry. I just capped 16 games. You guys got to give me a break. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second.
So go ahead. If you got it, go ahead.
Where the hell are my numbers here? Where's his walk? Oh yeah, so that's why I literally in my cap, like I put like 5 arrows down to the walks. So thank you, Moose, for saying that. 43 strikeouts and 23 walks. Get out of here with that shit, man. Like, so I got like 5 arrows like in my little notebook pointing at the 23 walks, and I said Dodgers team total over 4.5. Like they might not get a bunch of hits, bro, but they're gonna get some, and they'll get you walk them. They're gonna get a few big hits. 4.5 runs for the Dodgers. Yeah.
10 walks in his last 3 games. 10 walks in his last 3 games.
All right. So it sounds like team total over is probably better play than the full game over.
I mean,
but see, I don't know about this.
You never know, but yes, that would be my choice.
Who is the what? I don't know too much about Michael White.
Well, if you're playing a team total over, that don't matter.
No, I know. I'm saying just in reference to the full game over, though.
I don't know much about him either. That's why
you're not trying to back Mitch White all that much. I mean, he's he's 270 expected batting average, 462 expected slug. He walks guys as well. So it's literally a dude that they're just kind of putting in there. Let's see if we can get like 3, 4, 5 starts out of him, and then we can kind of get back to what we need, or do what Dodgers do and go grab some big pitcher without the trade deadline like they always do. So
I think I don't want to make it official. I do want to make it official. I'm going to take it. I'm going
to take the over. Man. It looks like
I'm going to take the full game over for the plus money.
It looks like Thompson gave up back-to-back bombs to start the game. What a dick. Crap. What a dick, man.
Bradish is going to give up some too.
Yeah, that's already 3 home runs in the game, but it's 1-2 Orioles. What a dick.
Yeah, I took Thompson K's over 3.5 in that too.
Oof.
All right,
hopefully
guys.
He picks it up.
Only have one more game left on the docket for today, and that is, of course, call me Homer Simpson. That is the hometown Astros. They're taking on, or obviously we're in a series with the Mariners. The run line for the Mariners is plus 1.5, and you still get plus money at plus 100. Astros minus 1.5 is at minus, I believe that should be 220. No, minus 120, excuse me. Money line is at 245, and the total is at 8.5. They cost us yesterday, goddammit. They cost us big. Couple trends. Well, you know what, LJ? Let's start us off. We don't need to do the trends. It's the same as yesterday. It's the same series, same thing, same notes, same stats. Go ahead, LJ.
I mean, it's plain and simple, man. Astros first 5 under. It's my, I want to take the team total too, just because.
Back in Verlander.
Yeah, of course. Why not? He's an ace, man, and I'm finna go see him live.
Yeah.
So I'm going to enjoy that very much. And just sit back and watch my money, because I do believe that they will win this game simply because of how they lost last night, and Astros are a good team off of a loss, man, 61% to the wins. So first 5 under for me. I'm thinking about taking full game too, but I'm going to listen to them first and then come back to me and see if they.
What was that first 5 under at? 3.5?
4.5, I think.
4.5. Oh my God, 4.5?
That's what I got. I don't know if it's.
I think that's nice. Go ahead, Moose.
I couldn't get the Astros run line. It's just minus 120 for a run line is just tough. So I threw them in a parlay with the Blue Jays. So I did take Astros. I put them in a parlay piece. It's really about Verlander versus Flexen. I mean, Flexen is just, he's just not all that good. He's just not all that good. So if you can give me Verlander versus Flexen, I'll take that. It's like LJ just said, Astros coming off of a loss. It's just a matter of, can they turn the bats on when they're expected to? And it hasn't really worked out that way for the most part this year. Is this going to be a situation where they don't really need to have it because they're just shutting down the Mariners and it's a shutout? Possibly. I said it yesterday. Mariners on the road aren't nearly as good as they are at home. Younger players versus a veteran pitcher. Hard to believe that they're going to score a ton of runs, but it is baseball. Things like this happen all the time. I watched last year a bullpen pitcher for the Padres hit a grand slam off of Max Scherzer. So anything is possible.
Gabby.
Man, I backed the Astros also, or Verlander, but in my own way. I went ahead and took that run line, pretty juiced, minus half a run in the first 5 at minus 125. I agree. I think the Astros have a bounce back. This is an interesting game, man. I had a game a lot like this last week where, was it? Yeah, 2 weeks ago? I don't know, 2 weeks ago, where I backed, time goes so fast now. I backed Syndergaard, right? He had played the Rangers and he shit the sheets. He didn't even get 2 outs. and then I backed him in the next game against the Rangers. Same exact game, just at a different stadium. And he did great, right, at home. He cashed a ticket for me. Verlander got shelled last time he played the Mariners. I don't know if anybody remembers, but he did not do well. 4 home runs, something like that. And this was just a week ago. So I'm banking on the same thing, man. I hope he gets 2 guys out to start the game and then hits the 3rd guy right in the fucking head. And then gets the 4th guy out and tells him, like, yeah, this is what the fuck's up now. Go sit down. Like, I hope he lets him know what's going on. And I'm not even kidding. I know it sounds bad, but that's what needs to happen. And that's why at the first 5, man, I'm thinking, like, usually with Verlander, I'm gonna go full game because he's gonna give you 7, 8 innings. But here, I think he's gonna, like I said, I hope he comes out hot. I hope he throws a few pitches high and tight. If he does, just know something. Verlander has control. He's throwing those on purpose.
Yeah, and to Cab's point, that's something that umpires are really not letting pitchers do. They do not let pitchers throw in like at all anymore. If you throw at somebody like that's even close, they'll give dugout warnings. Whereas Verlander, a veteran pitcher, they might give him a little bit more wiggle room.
Oh, I'm so glad. I was about to say they're not going to say anything to him.
Yeah, no. I mean, Verlander will get the veterans will get the wiggle room, but that is something that unfortunately is kind of getting taken out of baseball that really needs to get left alone because that is a skill. Like being able to pitch inside, move a hitter's feet, hit the correct batter. Those are all things that help a pitcher just create a mentality over an opposing lineup.
Bro, like so what you just said, and I don't mean to bring up such a off topic, but for all these people that like to jump on this bandwagon that think they can get hits off of me, I don't think they understand what's going to happen, right? They're going to step in that batter's box, and I'm going to do exactly what you just said. The very first pitch, and I'll tell them this, so they can know what I'm throwing. I don't give a shit. The first pitch I throw is going to be a fastball right in tight on their hands. I'm going to back them off the plate, and then I'm going to throw a couple sliders. And like nobody's going to – they don't understand, bro.
Yeah. It's difficult.
I love Cal, man.
You know how many hitters like you're going to throw that ball and it's going to run in and they're going to start their swing and it's just going to hit them on the forearm and then it's just like the at bat's over. But you're like, technically that is a strike. Like,
right? They're going to be like, "Oh, you broke my wrist." I'm be like, "Yeah, strike 1."
Yeah.
Watch fingers. Don't swing at an inside pitch if you can't hit it.
Hey, come on, Brett Butler. Let's go. Get back. Hold that bat and get back in the box. Let's go.
All right.
So I got way off topic. Astros. I took them in the first 5. I'm sorry. I got the Astros first 5 on the run line. Flexen did good against the Astros last time. It was the same. So I'm betting on a complete flip of this same game that was played a week ago in Seattle. And I know that sounds a little crazy, but get down, ball. But I've done it before, and I'll do it again. It's baseball. And Verlander's the vet. He's that guy. Like LJ was saying, like, he's that guy. I hear people talking about, like, oh, he's old. Like, I'm waiting for the chance to fade him. Like, what the fuck? Like, I know everybody's ERAs are down, but Verlander has always been that guy, and he's having an even better season than – like, I mean, look at what he's doing. Look at his number. What are all these people smoking on, talking about fading Verlander? Like, good luck with that shit.
And like the whole sticky stuff argument, and we don't need to go down the rabbit hole too much, but that is like pitchers have been manipulating the baseball since the dawn of baseball. Like it's happened every single generation. They're gonna find there used to be a ball called the spitball, and they had to outlaw it. Like there's gonna be something that every pitcher is gonna do to create the right kind of texture for the ball. And you're gonna tell me, oh, because Verlander can't use Spider Tech, like now he sucks. It's like, I'm sorry, but he's gonna find something. Like,
he hasn't been using quote unquote sticky stuff. Man, that's everybody talks about that. It's like I've played like at those levels, right? Sure, I know people that used it, but like to think that a majority used it or used it the way people think, it's not. No, it's not. It's not what
you
they
can
think.
use rock rosin, get the right kind of texture in your hand with some sunscreen, some natural sweat, and you will have like a somewhat sticky substance on your hand, completely natural, completely legally.
Yep.
I agree. Gab, I'm sorry. What was your play? The base of all that?
The Astros run line, first 5.
I got that part. I just didn't know run line. Okay. Run line, first 5?
Yep, minus 125. I don't hate the under that you're talking about, LJ, at all. I hope the Astros score some runs. So I'm just not on the same. I'm not on the same play as you, but I don't hate it.
What did you have again, Moose?
I had the Astros BlueJays parlay.
Got you. Gotcha. That was it.
Okay.
All right. Same.
Yeah, Manoa Verlander. Come on. I mean, I'll take that.
What'd you get?
Plus 110 on that.
Ew, that's it?
Yeah. I mean, but it was really. I took it last night. If I put it in today to check and see what it would have been, and I would think it was minus 105. So at least, yeah, I know. I wouldn't play any parlay. Anything. No,
it's
but
a good
plus
play.
Money.
It's a good play, man. It's a good play.
I thought so yesterday too.
I thought you'd be like plus 140 or something like that.
I wanted plus 120. I was hoping when I put it in, I was going to see a plus 120, maybe a plus 115. But it's one of those things where it's like, oh, all right. I'll take the plus one. I mean, it was lower than I thought, but at least it was still plus money.
Right. Man, damn it.
So I took the under 8.5 for the full game. I just feel like Verlander's is a fucking ace. He's gonna come out and do what he does. But I'm a homer, so I always say that on any home team town that I played. So
right. What up, Ragu?
Let's ride, LJ. You got the under first 5. I got the under full game. They're both going to fucking cash for all the reasons that LJ gave and Cab gave on his soliloquy about the Astros. So I don't need to give out anymore.
What up? Big Ragu's out in the chat.
Doc, Big Ragu. I got to get Doc on the show, too. This is a bunch of people I got to start sending invites to and get them on the show. And, yeah. It's just I'm a working man still too though, man. It's hard to like do this shit, be a dad, be a coach, fucking business owner, business worker. Dude, I gotta do a lot of shit. I'm the man of many faces around here, goddamn it. I gotta do a lot of shit. Yes, that was a Game of Thrones reference. Yes, I did watch Game of Thrones. Yes, I was hooked. Any other questions?
That's a strike. I shouldn't watch games live when I'm live on a show.
No, bro, you're good because we're gonna have to do the show here real soon. I'm about to break.
Get out of
here, come back and do another show. So,
oh yeah, I already just forgot. I felt like I was already on it.
I know. No, we're not. We're not on it. Not yet. So those are the games we're breaking down today. Anybody got any other plays they want to give out before I can put it in, or everybody's good? All right, LJ, let me know if I got this right. These are LJ's plays for the day.
You can put that Giants run line on there too against the Rockies, man. The Rockies are 0-5 off 1 day's rest, man. I gotta ride that.
What was it? Seriously. Giants
run line minus 1.5.
Run line. All right, these are Moose money plays. Moose, let me know if I got anything incorrect. It is the Yankees money line, run line, and Astros BlueJays money line parlay.
All right. Yeah, I mean my card. It's just weird looking at that because I got like 6 plays going on, I guess, right now. So
Ragu just said Steven Strasburg's coming back on Thursday. That's interesting. I won't bet him his first start back, but I'll be ready to. As soon as
really?
He threw 3 perfect innings in his rehab, I guess. Like, and he looked.
I'm just gonna wait.
Velocity's down.
Distraught.
I'm not saying I'm waiting because I don't think he's going to do good. I'm saying I'm waiting because I don't want to bet anybody on their first start. Yeah.
Of course not. All right.
I don't care who it is. I'm not going to bet DeGrom on his first start.
He's on the Phillies, Brewers over 8.5. The team total over 3.5 on the Mets. Astros first 5 under 4.5, and the Giants run line. Those are Mr. LJ's plays. Absolutely, Cap, is what Doc says over here. And me, myself, I hate when I give this many plays. Don't like, but Yankees.
Dad gum, out of this many, you didn't. Wow.
I know, right? I know. It's all right. Yankees, money line. Over 8.5 in Phillies and Brewers. Over 7.5 in Mets and Padres. Over 8.5 in Dodgers, under 8.5 in the Astros, and I tailed LJ on the first 5 under 4.5.
How many games did you cap, bro?
Just the 4. How many
1,
plays
2.
did I take? Well, we added 4, but we added Mets and Padres.
Did you take more plays than games?
Yes. No. Oh yes, I think so. 1, 2,
6, I think.
4.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's because I doubled
Big
up
balls.
on the Astros, though. But that's the hometown team, so I really just did
money.
a play. It's not that many when you think about it. It's 1 play per game that we did, and I doubled up on the Astros. because that's the hometown squad.
Cav, you leave Marley around me too much. I'm going to start turning him into a volume guy.
No, I am a volume guy. Baseball just isn't my forte. That's why I got you guys.
I think baseball is not a bad sport for volume. Everybody bets different though, man.
Yeah.
Baseball, look, I know baseball more than I'm ever gonna know football. Doesn't matter how much I study football, but I like capping football more. Baseball is
football season
so fucking volatile, man. It's such a volatile sport.
I'm gonna smash football. I can't wait.
I agree. Because it's like in baseball, like you can see something that you thought you were gonna see a day later. Whereas in football, like if you didn't see it, like you probably won't see it.
And as soon as you see it, you're like, oh yeah, well I knew that was gonna happen. That's why I bet it yesterday, but it's just fucking happening today. Like,
that's what I got you on, right? Astros run line, first 5.
Volume guy to the max.
Yeah, I am. That's what I do.
No, that's me. I'm the volume guy. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, great volume, dude. That shit.
Boom.
Plenty. All right, man. Because we have to do a show here in about 30, 40 minutes. We're almost at our hour mark, which is where I kind of like to be. Everybody in the chat, man, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody that tuned in for today. We are definitely at our mark.
Ooh, real quick, Ragu, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but he said he has Irving on a walk prop tonight in Oakland over 1.5 walks.
Yeah, I didn't post that. I thought I posted it, but here it is.
Did you?
Right here.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
You're good, Dad.
I like that.
You're good.
I do too. That's why I brought it up.
You're absolutely fine, my brother. LJ, tell the people where they can find you at.
Man, Acuna just homered 2 in that game, and I was going to take his home run prop, bro. Hey, now I'm going to ask y'all a question before we get off. The plays that you want to take but you change your mind, are those worse than the ones that you go against? You see what I'm trying to say? Like, what are the ones that you be like,
when I don't play them, man, if I break, if I know I want to play something, I don't, I'm not going to switch a play. Like, I'm not going to flip sides on a play. But if I don't
convince yourself, you never convince yourself to change your mind?
I might convince myself to get off of a play, but I think it's a stretch to say that I'm going to completely flip sides on a play.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know if that speaks volumes to my stubbornness or what, but I don't flip sides. But those are the most frustrating when I like it and I don't play it, right?
Man.
I mean, for me, it always felt like just learning to become an experienced bettor. Like I felt like if it's the situation you described, I always felt like I overcorrected on my next play, and I think that's where I had to learn how to take those types of losses, because those do suck. Like if you're like, okay, I really think this is going to happen, and then you see it happen, that's I think where an experienced bettor like yourself is able to just look at the moment in isolation versus how it's going to change you as a bettor moving forward.
Yeah. Hey man. Well. I was going to take that home run prop, but I'm sorry, Marley. I didn't mean to digress from that. But you can find me on Twitter. Find me at LJ from H-Town at LJ from H on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Raw Words Podcast. Stream it on YouTube right now. Go like, subscribe. Catch me on these weekly Brothas N Bets right here, making plays as we do each and every day, trying to make money, find an angle. And, let's cash. So I'm not going to be there tonight on the nightcap. I'm going to be at the game, but I might get some footage and put it in there. So, what I'm saying?
Maybe you can hop on. If it's not too loud, maybe you can hop on live. It'll probably be too loud, but maybe.
I'll find a spot. See if I can, So I'll see what I can do. But, until then, follow me, all the social media platforms, and I'm out.
All right, Moose.
You can find me on Twitter at Moose Money Bets. You can find me here on Brothas N Bets. You can I make every once in a while you'll find a moose sighting on the nightcap and other different platforms. We'll see how that kind of develops. But I will also take a little bit of time. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification. And also big shout out to the man Big Ragu, one of the OGs, one of the just most downright nicest dudes. Has just been absolute supporter from the beginning, is shouting me out every once in a while. So Big Ragu, while I have the opportunity, man, thank you for doing that. It always means a lot when you see an OG like yourself come out and support somebody new like me. So thank you. I'm going to take my moment to do so.
Facts. Mr. Dabby Cat.
Muted, bro.
You're muted, sir.
Sorry. See, that's double on what I was saying. I said I'm so terrible because everything you just said is 100% the truth, and it's right, and I agree with it, and it's the right thing to say. And I still just wanted to be like on that Community episode, gay. But I'm just joking, man, because it's the truth. It's the truth. But you've been awesome, man, coming on, Moose. Good job. Like, good shit, man. The picture looks good. Everything looks good. And you're right. Ragu is somebody who getting a compliment from means the world. But you guys can follow me at Dabby Cabman on Twitter. Pub Sports Radio. That's the deal. Brothas N Bets. It's that simple. Follow, subscribe, like, and that's it.
Yes, sir, man. And I say this at the end of every show. I appreciate everybody in the low bag family, as I like to call it. Doc, obviously everybody's a part of that family. All you guys, since even before meeting y'all guys in San Antonio, just listening in the chats back in the day. I go back to SBR days. So I've been following you guys for a long time. So I appreciate it. I've become a better capper since San Antonio, definitely since I've been welcomed in this family. Doc says he's on the Lightning tonight. I took the under. Excuse me. He's on the Lightning first period minus half a point. Gotcha. I took the under for the game. My boy J.O., that's family. What's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. I'll post the picks one time for those that just got in here before we close the show. One more time. LJ's plays are as this: Phillies Brewers over 8.5. Team total over 3.5 in the Mets game. Astros first 5 under 4.5 in the Giants run line. Moose Money's plays Yankees money line and run line. Astros Blue Jays parlay money line parlay. Mr. Volume himself. Yankees money line over 8.5 in the Phillies Brewers. Mets Padres over 7.5. Over in the Dodgers 8.5. Under in the Astros 8.5 and under in the first 5 4.5. Also, Mr. Volume, Dabby, Cab, Astros, run line first.
Boom, bam, slam, money, bank.
Grind is the game. Spam, what's going down, buddy? Yes, sir. He is on the Lightning team total over 3.5. And as I was saying, man, before we get out of here, appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate all the low bag family, man. Like I said, I've definitely become a better capper since joining you guys and receiving the love I haven't, man. It's been amazing. I still ain't got that chat yet. Yes, man. Hey, so look, Spam, go to my Twitter and DM me, and we'll set something up. I got you, dog. We said we was gonna do that, and we're gonna do that. So I got you. Go, not Facebook. Go to my Twitter. It's right here.
Marley all of our Twitters. Find them. Go. Yeah. We'll follow you back, but I won't follow you back unless you tell me something.
I'll give you a follow back. DM me, and we'll set something up. We'll set a day up, man. And every time I try to get out of here, somebody posts a play. Think you get that 4-2 Lightning. I hope he doesn't get 4-2. Maybe 5-3-2. 3-1.
Come on, Goldsmith.
Good luck to all the bettors out there. And
I'm feeling right now.
I am Marley Bets, and this is Brothas N Bets. And nope, that is Moose Money right there. And this right here, yeah, that's Dabby Cab. Can I do it? Oh, not that way. Right there. That's LJ from Houston. Yeah, that's LJ from Houston. And that right there, this is Brothas N Bets. And like yesterday, and like today, and God damn it, like tomorrow, y'all already know what it is. You see them doing signs? Yes. Let's beat Vegas. We out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't